Got mine too. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the channel. I am live. We're live here, Prairie Banana, with Crypto Stylist and Hodlnomics. How you guys doing today?
Hello. Good morning. How are you?
I'm doing great. Stylist?
Good evening. How
Good
are
evening.
you?
I'm doing wonderful.
Hodlnomics, it's nice to stream with you and to, kind of, I guess it's our first time connecting outside of X, right? So it's
It
nice.
is. Sorry, 1 second. I'm going to make sure there's no echo here. Can you guys hear me here? Should have tested that beforehand.
No echo. Yep.
Okay, perfect. Good morning. I'm doing good. I'm excited to be here and, talk about everything that's going on, what we've been doing, and thanks for doing it. But yeah, I'm excited. How are you guys?
Yep. Same. So, Paolo, you and I met, it must have been March or April, when we streamed on my channel about a token. And
Correct.
I had just come across Teddy Gear, and it really piqued my interest. Kind of dismissed it. And then I think afterwards, after that stream, we were chatting. Come to find out, you were the founder of it. I went bananas. I was like, yes. I had actually reached out to try to find who the founder of this innovative technology was. And it ended up to be you, and I was talking to you. It was so cool. And you were like, let's debut it on your channel. I'm like, yeah, man, let's do it. So here we are. This is the debut of Teddy Gear.
We made it. It's about time. So yeah, thank you. It's funny how that worked out. So it was meant to be.
Yeah. So describe what Teddy Gear is.
Yeah. So it's really, it's really just a crypto clothing brand, but we've built it in a decentralized fashion to where, people are going to be owning the items that they have as NFTs essentially. So everything is going to be mint, sold, purchased as an NFT, typical to how our crypto people are used to. But then it's going to look like and it's going to feel like a Shopify store. So it's entirely different. You're not going to be, I mean, you can actually, once they're minted, you can shop on different marketplaces. But we're really excited. It's just going to be fun. And the way that it'll work is whenever you buy the NFT, you can flip the NFT or you can burn the NFT and claim the item. So all of the items that we get, we are going to purchase ahead of time. This isn't going to be like any sort of pre-sale or anything like that. It's all, we don't want to do that. We know there's been lots of like sacrifices and people have done that already. So we're purchasing everything ahead of time. So if you purchase something, that it's good. We can ship it to you. Worldwide shipping is included in the mint cost. So you won't have to worry about that. So we've built out a whole supply chain from, the clothing all the way to the shipping to really do this, and then also the backbones of the actual DApp to where it looks and will feel like a Shopify store. So we're just really excited to announce it. And we've also tied it to the teddy bear token just because, so many people were like, hey, that's going to be a brand one day. And several people have done some stuff with it already. But I thought that doing something in a more unique way that hasn't been done yet was going to be more exciting. So that's what we're doing, and happy to get into all the details. I've got some samples back here of some items we're thinking about doing. I'm wearing one of the items right now. This is actually probably my favorite item. It's like a really thin long sleeve hoodie. Kind of, you got the hood here and it's got the bear logo on it. Yeah. So anyways, it looks kind of weird with it, but anyways, I'm super pumped. As you can tell, we can go over all the details, but yeah, happy to get into it. But yeah, that's basically what it is.
So people first off, what network is this on?
It's going to be on Pulse Chain only. So
okay.
Yes. Yeah, to start. And so we may build it out to other stuff in the future, allow other projects to tap in, but this is just for us. I mean, and then additionally, it's really a critical part. 75% of all, funds generated are going to buy and burn the bear token. That's funny. The Doge GF. That's a long time ago. But we are totally got sidetracked there. But they're going to buy and burn the teddy bear token or the LP. So, and that's of profits. Excuse me. Profits are going to go to buy and burn teddy bears. So that's going to be
Mm.
on Pulse Chain. It needs to happen there. It's all going to be, you know, everything is going to be split at the transaction. You know, we can get into the details and the mechanics of how that's going to work, but yeah, it'll be on Pulse Chain.
Stylist, do you have any questions?
Hodlnomics,
Just jump
first
in
of all,
whenever.
congratulations. Launching a clothing line, I know very well, is not an easy thing to do. There's so much more that goes into even a simple t-shirt, from the material composition to the logo artwork to, you know, just all the details that you would never think about until you actually have to make one. So really well done on that. But I'm wondering if you have a cap supply of the t-shirts, and if you are disclosing that or sharing that with people, or is it reorderable? How are you handling that?
Yeah, that's a good question. So we are going to cap everything. So our first launch is just going to be, it's either going to be t-shirts, polos, or hoodies, just one item, you know, and then it's going to be maybe 100, 150 total. So we're going to build it out. So we have, you know, our first collection like a normal clothing brand would, and we're going to drop each item as we go. So we want to, the first one, we want to test it. We want to test a lot of things, just test the model, test the supply chain. As far as the shipping goes, that's a whole different thing that we can talk about. But there's a fulfillment center that's going to be handling all of this, and they're going to be accepting PLS as payment, converting that and paying for all of the shipping. You know, it's just there's just like a whole guy. Getting back to what was the question again? I kind of think I got sidetracked
The
there.
supply, the supply, if it's capped.
Yeah, it'll be capped. Everything will be capped. And each collection. So we'll have the OG collection is what's going to start, and then each individual item we'll drop individually with a cap supply, and go from there. And then like the OG collection, I mean, maximum it'll have 1,500. I mean, that's on the high side, probably closer to like 750 to 800 items based on the like initial projections that we have. And then from there we can do other stuff and you know, do a hat collection or whatever, right? And so the first, you know, that's just kind of how we plan on doing it. So we do plan on maintaining scarcity as we go, and if we're not ready to launch that next drop for whatever reason, then we're not going to do it. So it will be scarce the whole time, if that's what you were trying to ask.
Yeah, no, that's exactly what I was asking. And is there anything on the t-shirt that is there a number? Is it numbered, or is there like a code that matches the NFT or that relates it to it?
That's a good question. So, okay, so the first set of items, and I need to be transparent. You were talking about like garments and everything. Like, so the first set of items, we are actually not the manufacturer, the builder, or anything. We are working with third parties. So, and we're working with Dunning, and we are working with Greg Norman, and they're like athletic wear brands, usually golf, but we're not trying to pick the golfy stuff. Like this doesn't look like a golf shirt, right? This is something that's a little bit more universal. So we picked stuff with them, and I'm working with them because I've got a relationship with them. And Dunning is like really, really top of the line quality. This is not your typical, like it's one of the premium athletic wear golf brands. So that's why we decided to work with them. And I wish I could have sent you guys some samples so you guys could feel it, but it's like, it's nice. It feels really good. So, but then going back to, let's see, what was the question I wanted to it was you asked
to ask about if there's a correlation on the label that anything, or kind of QR code that correlates it to the NFT.
Yeah, so that's a good question. I'm working with the supply guy on that because he's the guy that's going to get all of the items, and then he's got to ship it out. So that's a whole other layer of stuff. And the first collection, I can't guarantee it. The OG collection, it is something that I would like to do down the line. But the way, I mean, as I'm sure you know, with clothing, when you add something like individualized on each individual item, it's a whole extra layer, but it's actually not that difficult. We've researched ways to do it, and it can be done. So it's just a matter of coordinating that. So I can't guarantee it though. However, what I can do, what we are doing instead, is each item is going to come with a collector's box. And on that box, there will be a label. So you'll have the NFT ID, you'll have all of those things with it. A QR code might be good to it, but I don't know if we're quite ready for that. We're still new. We're building everything out. And the reason we wanted to do the box was because this is crypto, right? Like I've actually done another crypto in the past where we sold art in a similar fashion, but it didn't maintain its value at all. And obviously it's clothing and everything. Having the collectibles boxes, which are going to be like tearaway open. So if you don't open it, we're going to know you didn't open it type of thing.
Oh, cool.
If things go well, those could potentially maintain their value down. Like the shirts could as well too. But obviously we have to do our job. But at the very least, we're going to give people something to where they feel like they're not just like burning their NFT or their crypto money away. They're holding on to something that might retain its value. And then part of our roadmap also in the future is we want to build out a P2P trading platform. So that way people are trading their clothing, their actual IRL items instead of their NFTs. So that's something that obviously we have a lot of work to do, and that's, probably years, a year or so down the line, but that's, we set it up to where we at least will be able to do that if we want.
Okay.
So go ahead, Stylist.
No, I just think that that's good. You clearly have thought out a lot of, this, and I understand that there's a lot of it that's not necessarily going to be achievable in the first round. Just want to get the t-shirts out there, the NFTs, like there's many layers to your project. So not only do you have to build out the tech side, but then you have to build out the clothing side. But I think that in an ideal world down the line, if you can have it so that the t-shirt has some kind of code that first of all shows this sign of authenticity, because if this becomes really valuable one day, you want someone to be able to prove that it's actually is what it purports to be. And then two is just that kind of experience of being able to correlate, and then this clothing with this t-shirt belongs with the NFT. And if they speak to each other in some way, then I think that makes it super interesting. So
yeah, absolutely. That's a great thought. The NFT, yeah, no, absolutely. I'm with you on that. We would love to do that. It's just a matter of getting that right. These are the reasons why people haven't built out a clothing line with it, because it's tricky to kind of figure out all of the little, at least with crypto, right? All of the little mechanics in between like this. But if the community is like, hey, we want these items, before the next drop comes out, we need them labeled, like, we'll be flexible and we'll do with it. But we're, like I said, the first one, I don't know if that's going to be something.
It's not mandatory. It's not necessary. I think at the end of the day, the product is number one. So it looks like, I can't see very well the logo, but it looks like it's cute. But can you tell me a little about your inspiration for the artwork? I mean, obviously teddy bear that
you can't really
inspired.
See it.
There's many teddy bears.
Yeah. Well, the inspiration was really just, it's with the teddy bear admins. A lot of them helped me. So created by Julio, who is he's actually in charge of the Twitter. He also has like more of a streetwear teddy bear brand. He helped out with it a lot. And it was really just, it was originally going to be paid for by the marketing wallet, the teddy bear marketing wallet. So it was a community effort actually, who kind of helped put it together. But then it evolved into a little bit more something that I pivoted to the PRC Pantheon. And the reason was just because, mainly I was going to be the main one that was going to be handling everything. There's going to be tax implications. There's going to be stuff that was needed. So I was like, okay, if I'm going to do this, it should probably, we should treat it like more of a business and not from a marketing wallet, but we can still do the same dynamics, right? Move everything into certain things. So that's kind of how that goes. But it was a community created by Julio, helped, and we just wanted something that was chill, right? If you can pull up the logo, maybe Prairie Banana. I wish we had more that we can give. We're still in the process of getting, lots of items and pictures and stuff that we can show people. But let's see. He's pulling it up, but we wanted something that was just chill. Because that's how I am. I feel like that's how crypto people are. We're, we're not like always dressing up like business people, right? We're wearing the same shirt for like 99% of our functions, right? And so that's kind of how, I wanted it to be, a little bit more loose fitting. Obviously you can do, we can get, a little bit looser, whatever. But so that's just kind of my style, right? That's what I wear when I'm sitting here trading crypto. So that's what I wanted for the brand. And so we got the bear, which is just kind of like a chill teddy bear. We got the pulse chain colors on his glasses, and even B Roots. Shout out to B Roots and Ian. They even contributed a little bit on the feedback for the logo, because obviously they're a big part of marketing everything that's on this chain. And they held on to this idea for like months, right? If there's anybody who's going to come, like, you know, I didn't really know them before this point, but like they, you know, who knows? I'm not trying to like say I'm like they could have done something or taken it, but they absolutely were quiet about it. They didn't tell anybody. So shout out to B Roots and Ian, like awesome dudes. Got like for real. Like thank everybody for the help on this. Who did help? A lot of the teddy bear admins and also new to specifically created the logo. So team effort all around.
Nice. So maybe you already stated it, Hal, but like, why are you doing this? What's the purpose of teddy gear? Is it to burn teddy bear token? That's a side benefit, but like, what's the purpose of it?
Yeah, obviously we want to support the teddy bear price, but I think the main thing for me is kind of a weird answer, to be 100% honest. It's more so for me because I got so many people into teddy bear. I was the first person that created the teddy bear wrap PLS pool that was outside of like teddy bear Atropa.
Really?
It was me and Snowflake Society. Yeah. And so,
okay.
Yeah, so we kind of got people in, and I had always been like, I don't want to shell Ponzi's, like yada, yada. So it grew to something that I had never expected. And, you know, now there's a little bit of a responsibility, right? That I have to people to keep this thing going. So why not build around it? And I did the similar thing with PDI, with the PRC Pantheon. Why not build around it? Do some fun stuff. And I'm an entrepreneur at heart. I'm always building stuff, always had creative ideas. When I use that to, you know, turn this into less of a Ponzi scheme. Now we can actually tie real life products to the token and, you know, bring something legitimate to it. And so, you know, I thought that was just something that I could do to help. So that was it was for me, but at the same time, it's for everybody else, if that makes any sort of sense.
Yes, it does. What was I going to ask? Is the shipping free?
Yeah, it's part of the cost. So the cost is going to be a little bit upgraded compared to like what you would go. So Dunning, for example, our first polos are going to be about $140. If you go to Dunning, I think you could get similar polos for maybe like 110, something like that. But that's because we do have that extra layer of supply chain. Ours is very scarce, and there's some extra stuff that we've done with like the logos and stuff. But again, there's no shipping. So that is going to be something when you are buying it, you won't have to worry about shipping.
Okay.
Is it 100% cotton?
Some of the items are, yes. So some of them are going to be polyester. So like a lot of the golf and athletic wear, it's going to be like that. But I do have some cotton items, and they're like really nice, you know, kind of heathered cotton. They're very, really soft fitting. So, and I got some up there. So
yeah, why don't you? I'd love to see some of the samples.
Yeah,
if you
yeah. Here, let me go get them. Let's get this one.
So teddy bears, Prairie, teddy bears are like so many brands and street brands can do teddy bear artwork, and it is always like the best-selling thing.
It's crazy.
Because it appeals to men and it appeals to women, and it's just so cute. There's nothing controversial about it, you know, and people just love it. So really major fashion brands really lean on teddies for a lot of their artwork, for a lot of the graphic t-shirts and etc. So I think in terms of, you know, it's very, I think that's why the token is doing well.
Yeah, definitely. And I noticed that with the token, it just, there's a fuzzy feeling to it. It's just like, oh, Teddy stuff. People generally seem to like it. And another thing too, with my stuff, right? So, and we can also change it. Julio might even help with some stuff. He's more of a streetwear guy. So, I'm not like a brand guy. I don't wear Nike big stuff. You know, I wear kind of like what you've got, stylist, and or you, but what y'all are wearing right now, very subtle, just kind of more so, yeah, kind of like that. Oh,
I'm a polo guy.
EXP, yeah, there you go. So that's kind of more what we've done, and it works well with Dunning and the brand and everything that we're doing. So a lot of it's going to be embroidery, but this is like actually a women's long sleeve. It's a quarter zip that we have, and it's a really good, just like overthrow. I think the women's stuff that we have with them is going to be a lot of more of the long sleeve stuff, especially, and it's a good time for that right now. So this is one of the ladies that we have. There's all sorts of cool stuff that we can do. So a lot of these are just samples, right? Kind of what do I like, where. They sent me a lot of fun stuff. But anyways, I don't know if we can see the logo. Kind of, sort of.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I can.
So cute. Wait. Yeah,
There you
so cute.
There's a
With the
little
red
heart.
heart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so cute.
So,
Oh, that's perfect.
all right. So anyways, yeah. So I like this one for the ladies, and then this is actually a cool one. The one I'm wearing right now is actually unisex. Either one wears this. A lot of the girls actually really like this. Just as a, I like this all the time. Like, I will sleep in these. I will like go running in these, go to the gym, like literally anywhere. They're awesome. But we can even go like upgraded as well. So this is like a micro suede jacket. And so again, this generally doesn't come with a lot of branding stuff like this, but stuff that we can do. And I don't know if you can see this, but we can put little things. And I even think something called what's called tonal. You might know what tonal is, stylist.
100%. Tonal's really good. Yeah.
Yeah, I think something tonal would look really good right here. So tonal is where it's like the same color, but just a little bit off so you can barely see it. So we thought something like this is burned into this, right? So it's like a brand, like you branded it.
Yeah.
And this is sick. Like, this is super nice. We're excited to do these. This is going to probably sell for like 300 or so, but we might only have like 20, 25, right? Total.
That's really nice.
Yeah. So there's that. And then this is just like a common t-shirt that we have. This is the cotton one that we have. And everything that we're going to be doing, by the way, is either going to be like a jacket or bomber style. Always a bomber jacket too. Everything is going to be blue. So we'll talk about that in a little bit too, kind of the way we're doing that, at least for the OG collection, just for the first one. But yeah, just a shirt. Let me see if I can see if this is 100% cotton, but this feels really nice. It's definitely mostly cotton. Oh, okay. So this one's actually 75 polyester, 25% cotton. So this isn't even the cotton one. He said he was going to send me 100% cotton. That might be coming from Greg Norman. So I'll have to see. But yeah, a lot of people have requested 100% cotton, and that wasn't something that I even looked into when I sourced everything. So that might be something we have to focus on for like a cotton collection, right? So we can really play around with it and do all sorts of fun stuff. But that's why I wanted to start small and really just, not invest a ton into it at the beginning. So that way we can get feedback, right? And we'll build as we grow and everything. And another thing is hopefully we can get, payment processing, because we don't want, this is also critical. What I don't want is I don't want Pulse Chain people just recycling the money, and then we have to invest more of that into clothes, invest some of that into shipping. I don't think that's actually good for Pulse Chain, to be 100% honest. I think we need to be bringing outside money in. So that was another reason I wanted to do this, is because this is a potential way to bring money in. So obviously it's going to start on Pulse Chain. We're going to have to build it up. But if it goes well, who knows how that could take off and how we could do that. So we want to get, credit card processing, payment processing. Yeah. We want to allow payments from other chains. But at least for this brand, we want Teddy Gear to 100% always be on Pulse Chain. So
okay. And we talked about this a little bit in the green room, but is there where does one buy Teddy Gear?
So it'll be on teddygear.com. We got the website. And so that was an expensive name too, but we got the website, and you'll buy it, and it'll look like a Shopify store. You'll get your items, and then you'll mint it, and then that's it. You'll have an item list and like an account. You can look at all your items, and then you can select burn. And then if you hit burn, it's going to, tell us to plug in your shipping information. And of course, we will need your email. We will need shipping information. So if you don't like that, then you can always find places to mail it to. A lot of people, if they don't like it, I've done crypto stuff before. I've mailed to just a UPS store that's close by. They'll accept mail for people, and you just go and pick it up that day. So there's ways to do it. And then also emails, things like that. But that's how we send you the tracking number, all of that stuff. So then once you do it, it's all going to go directly to our fulfillment provider, who's not going to know your wallet, who's not going to know any of that stuff. Now, we will have a centralized server on the back end for support. We are going to have some access to some of that data, 100% transparency. But at least the person who's shipping They're not going to have any idea whose wallet is what. They're just literally going to have a name, an address. They're going to ship it out, and then that's kind of how it's going to go from there. And we're not even going to have the wallet actually on our DApp. We could go find it if we wanted to and look on everything, because nothing is private, but we're not going to be, hunting that down or like having that as part of our data set or anything. So, but anyways, that is kind of part of it.
Are the items?
Go ahead.
All right, just one quick one. Are the items going to ship directly from a retailer? I don't suppose you are going to box these up and ship them.
Yeah, so this is going to be from a fulfillment. So when I said fulfillment provider, that's a warehouse who does shipping.
Right.
Yeah, so they're going to get everything, and then I'll go over there. It's in my town, thank goodness. I'll go over there. We'll quality control. We'll do everything that we kind of need to, and then from there we'll launch, right, and then he'll ship them out. So
you're not going to have a garage full of this product?
No. Yeah, no, thank goodness. I've done this before. It's funny. I've done a clothing brand before and a similar NFT kind of burn mechanism thing before. It's and inventory is a nightmare, which if you've done crypto stylist, you've done inventory.
Oh my God, I totally know. So
Absolute nightmare.
It's a nightmare.
Yeah, so that was part of it, but he is also being paid, and that is also why there's an increased cost on things, is because that is part of what's going on. It's just part of the business operations. So
yeah, no, I think that's fine. I think it's fair. Crypto Jack 3 wants to know if there are any pants or shorts to match the top.
We don't have any yet that we're going to have. We might. I mean, we haven't. I didn't particularly. There are pants shorts that we can do that I actually really like kind of some golf shorts. Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're really nice. Actually, that's pretty much all I wear. I don't know why I didn't think about doing shorts. Do y'all ever see shorts that are branded? I guess we could just throw like a little thing on there. Little bear logo. Another thing too,
pocket on the back.
Yeah, like another thing too is we don't have a logo that says Teddy Gear. I specifically did that, and we might change it in the future, but our logo says Dollar Bear. And we did that because I wanted this to market the teddy bear community, the teddy bear token, kind of be more a little bit about that than my brand or whatever it type is. So, but yeah, we could even just throw like a little dollar bear symbol on there. But yeah, they're really nice. They're not like basketball shorts or anything, but they're good golf shorts. I'm actually here. I'm wearing some similar ones right now, but these aren't the same. But anyways, golf shorts. I can get those.
I think shorts are great. I think
we can
also Huddlenomics. Let's just be real. Crypto is 90% dudes. So I would do as much unisex as possible, because also girls love to wear. I buy men's stuff a little bit oversized or whatever. I would just unisex the t-shirts at least. Bottoms are a little bit harder to do unisex, but tops I would just try to do unisex. I would probably. It's good that you're testing the women, see how it goes, and maybe it'll fly, which is great. But if you find there's less interest in the women, so you could just focus on unisex and men's.
Right. Yeah. Thank you. We'll see how that goes. I'm going to start real small with the ladies. I've had maybe like 5 or 6 girls say, "Hey, don't forget about us." So, okay, well, I got you. We'll see how y'all do. Tell your friends, and then we'll do more. But one thing I am going to be doing is going to trade shows, boutique shows, textile shows. I'm going to be going to all of them.
Which ones are you going to?
I am going to be going to, I'd love to go to Magic. I think that this one's in New York at the end of the month, but that might be a little bit too short notice. There's one so I'm in Texas. So there's one in Dallas, the Dallas Textile Fair that I am probably going to go to. There's one in Miami in November called the the Apparel Sourcing Conference. And then, I'm still learning which ones I want to go to, but I think those are the ones that are like on my immediate list, like in the immediate future, because like they're all happening right now. Like all the shows, like this is the time when they're all doing their stuff, and then they'll come back in like July, January, February. So I think that'll be the time, January, February, and I have a much better idea. There'll be more funds, can travel a little bit more, make some content. It'll really, really pop off then. But yeah, I think the main one I wanted to go to right now was the one in Miami, Apparel Sourcing Conference. I can't remember, but just because that's particularly finished garments, and a lot of people from, there's all sorts of people, but it's particularly finished garments. So
I'm a little unclear on the process.
Okay.
We go to teddygear.com. buy an NFT, and we have an NFT in our wallet. And then if we want the merch, if that's the proper, if we want the garment, then we burn the NFT. Is that how it works?
Correct. Yeah. Okay. So it's each NFT is gonna get more scarce, and it will look like you're just buying a shirt. You're not going to feel. It's not going to look and feel like you're buying an NFT. It's going to look like you're buying a shirt. Okay. It's going to have that type of feel. So it's going to be. It's interesting. I mean, it's kind of how it crypto should be, right? Like in my opinion, things like that. So, yeah, I wish I could show you. I've seen samples from the guys. There's a lot that needs to be done before we can present it. And I was super duper impressed. It's super easy. Like I said, we really thought through it all. And even to the back end, like my side, how I add items and add stuff to a collection, put the traits in there and everything. It's like, wow, this is easy. So the user side, I'm very confident is going to be awesome. You'll just be able to search like a Shopify store for shirts, polos, whatever, based on the collection. And then you'll see everything. You click on it, you pick your color, your size, buy it, and then that's it. So
if I spend $100 on an NFT garment, when I burn that NFT, how much equivalent teddy bear is burned?
So the teddy bear is going to all be burned at the purchase. So, and it's all going to be dependent on each item. We will be taking the profit. So it's very clear that I make this clear. The profit. So that is outside of the item cost, shipping and handling. That's basically it. 75% of that is going to go to buy and burn teddy bear token. So 35% is going to go just straight up buy and burn the token. Another 35% is going to buy and burn teddy bear LP. So that's 70%. Ooh. Then another 5% is going to buy teddy bear token, and then that's going to go straight to the PRC Pantheon staking wallet. So the PRC Pantheon will be getting rewards from this, and then the rest of it will go to the treasury, and that's just so we can grow the brand. Those types of things, get bigger, better collections, because sometimes in order to get what you want, you have to be willing to buy 500 items, 1,000 items, things like that. But obviously we have to work, like we're nowhere near that level. We need to build the community up, but that's kind of, where we're going to have to be in order to, make things flow, I would imagine, in the future.
That's amazing. I really like the idea of burning the supply of teddy bear and adding to the burnt LP. That just takes it to a different level. I can't see why teddy bear holders wouldn't be excited about this. I think they're going to be.
Yeah. I would hope so. Right. And then and we'll see. And the cool thing is the numbers are also tweakable. So the beautiful thing is each item will have a different set of wallets that the money goes to. So it could be a large, even might have less profit margins than an extra small. And so I'll be able to calculate that in the application. So if it's not enough, or I have a good month, I don't know, right? I could just say, hey, this collection, 100% of it is going to go to buy and burn, whatever. Or we could mix it up and do a pulse chain collection if we wanted to one of these days and burn it. So that's the really cool thing with the app that they built, is it's super, super flexible, down to like not even just like the shirt, but the sizes and colors of the shirt. We can fully customize the way the payments are split. And then also the cool thing is the community is going to be able to see our profit margins. They're going to be able to see how much is going where, exactly what. So we're not going to be able to like jip people on, crazy stuff. So if we lower our profit margins, then theoretically, or if we lower our cost price, then theoretically we should be lowering the price for everybody, because people will see that, unless we have a good reason. So
if I can give you any more advice, is I think that what I would do if I were you, I mean, obviously it's your line, and you can take the advice for what it is and take it or leave it. But as a fashion, I've been in this industry for a very long time. And what people buy into is what is the brand about, right? And for people inside crypto, inside Pulse Chain, who are into Teddy, they will understand the buy and burn, the buying, the LP, you know what I mean? Burning the LP. They'll understand like this is representative of DeFi, Pulse Chain. But for the majority of the population who is outside of crypto, which I think you should also target, because teddy bears are that cute. I think use something to the effect of like, this is how crypto bros dress. You know, we don't have to have a 9 to 5 job. We're not conformists. We could just like to be super comfortable, but you know, there's like an attitude to it and a flair to it that represents kind of what suits your lifestyles. What you were saying earlier, and what people are buying into is that lifestyle. So just whatever you can do to kind of communicate that, you know, and I think that that's super aspirational, and that's what makes it a brand, you know, to people outside of crypto.
Yeah, absolutely. That's great advice, and we absolutely need to do that. We'll have to think about the best way to. I think we'll start with kind of, you know, small with our pulse chain teddy bear, but and the reason we need to do that also is because we need outside money, right? Part of the endeavor is to pump up the chain. You don't do that by recycling everybody's money here, right? We've got to get outside money. So that's absolutely on the table. And we're going to have to figure out how to market that and how that goes. But that's definitely going to be a process for sure. But thank you.
So, Huddle, could I, if I wanted to, or if someone else wanted to, could we build a website and market these products and NFTs?
That's a good question. So potentially in the future. So the devs that built this are Launchify. I really like how they've done it. So we might be, if ours goes well and people like what we're doing, we could potentially open up this idea to others. You know, the bones are there. And so the tricky part though is all of the other sides of it, right? Like where are the clothes going to come from? How are you going to source them? How are you going to calculate shipping, right? There's a lot of stuff that we figured out that we had to make sure worked before we, what am I just trying to say here? It's a lot, right? So that's the hard part. So I think the opportunity is there. It's just going to be, we'll see how it plays out. I mean, we might even have to build out that network, right? Like, and I've talked to our supplier guy, hey, would you be willing to like, you know, grow your fulfillment center and help like all these crypto brands potentially? Is like, yeah, like if I need to, like we can. So the supply side is there, or the shipping side is there. But then the next thing is going to be the items, right? So if people do this isn't a drop shipping thing where someone buys it and it's all, you know, coordinated and then somebody automatically mails it, you know, and that's how it's usually done. I don't know. We'll have to see. But if they have the items, if somebody has a clothing brand already and items and inventory and everything, I don't see why they wouldn't want to do this, because they're going to save a lot on like processing fees. They'll get all of that. They're not going to have to pay any of it to, you know, Shopify. And then also they can make royalties on the items as well. So that's an interesting dynamic, is people will be able to make royalties potentially. Artists will on their clothes. That is, you know, hasn't really been seen. So I think for clothing brands, it would be good, not as much for crypto brands, if that makes any sense. And so that's going to be a hard thing to convince people to do, though. So it's interesting. They could potentially. It's a long answer to your question.
Sure. Okay. I like how you named the brand is Teddy Gear, because gear opens it up to anything. So you're not limiting your scope of product by the name, you know. So you could potentially carry other products. Like, do you have any intention to carry maybe stickers or pins, other merch? I mean, I don't necessarily care to buy a sticker. But you could put stickers in the shipping, and then we can, you know, stick them on things. Teddy Gear, you know, advertise.
Yeah, definitely. Any item, anything that we can think of now, it's probably, I think we're going to try to stick to a little bit more high quality, just because we want to stick out in crypto. Every crypto clothing brand that you see is just like, you know, cookie cutter, low budget stuff. So everything we want to do is going to be high quality. So I don't know about stickers or pens or anything. If we do that, we'll just throw some stickers in the boxes, or, you know, some pens as little giveaways. But any item, I mean, I'm already sourcing hats. So I've got somebody that we're working on some pretty cool hats on for the next collection. I love like another thing that I wear all the time is like beach shirts, right? So just like, real same thing. It's the same thing. So just like relaxed, loose fitting. I want to do beach shirts. I mean, if the community is vehement about something, I'll go find it. So I mean, totally flexible. We can do literally anything. Socks sound fun. Whatever. And then again, we could even do streetwear stuff to where it's just kind of like more of a printed shirt with a big graphic. Not my style. But we have Julio as part of it, who does streetwear, who can, who might just, do some stuff for his own. And we could, if we wanted to, we could set something up as well for potentially another artist who wants to tap in. And because the payments are so flexible, every item we can just, sift some of the payment over to that person. But at the moment, we would have to facilitate that. In the future, potentially we can turn just the store on for other people.
Okay.
Yeah. So if y'all want something, let me know.
Okay. It's really exciting. I mean, a clothing brand, it's a very big endeavor. And the thing about a t-shirt and with a logo and hoodies and sweatshirts, Huddlenomics, you will just be astonished at how many ways you can reinvent it. You really can.
Oh, yeah.
The bear can have a stories. It can have a sister. It can have and there's so many different things. And Cryptographics is here, and he launched a line, or he was launching a line at some point, and I streamed with him as well to kind of, we talked about some ideas and whatnot. So it's great to see him here. Hi, Cryptographics.
Hey, yeah, we should all go to all the Pulse Chain clothing peeps should meet up and go to like a conference or one of these conferences that I mentioned. I think that'd be a fun way to all get together. And honestly, we could probably market the chain pretty good that way too. It's like, hey, look, we're building cool stuff over here. Mm-hmm. Are you in the United States or no?
No, I'm in Asia. So
okay.
I haven't lived in the US in a long time, even though I'm American. But my original conversation about doing a crypto clothing line was with Richard to do something for Hex. We were going to do something that I was part of a store that was kind of an institution and a bit conservative. So at the end of the day, when the bear market hit, and then it was just too controversial, so we weren't able to pull it off. But yeah, we had a lot of conversations about it, so it was fun. So I've had this conversation a few times, but each iteration is very, very different. It comes from a very original place.
Interesting.
So yeah.
Cool. I like that. Yeah. And honestly, we could potentially even, like I said, we could do Pulse Chain or Hex stuff too, for that. And so interesting that people have been talking about it. Yeah. Seems like it's, yeah, I mean, I'm just excited. I've heard a lot about this idea from people all the time. Hey, it'd be great if people could buy items and then burn it, in real life. And it's like, hey, why hasn't anybody done that? So anyways, we're excited.
Huddlenomics, you can do merch too. You can do an actual little bear.
Oh yeah, that would be interesting. I looked into that real quickly. That seems like it would be a fun project to figure out, especially if we were to custom build it. That would be fun. And I'm looking into that too, guys. I'm looking into all the way down to going to buy, learn about what garments are what, who to mail it to put stuff, and literally down to sourcing each individual fabric. Mm-hmm. So, it's I've done it before, but I'm going to continue to improve, and you'll see improvements over time as we get better and grow.
So how can people participate or promote? Obviously we can participate by with our wallets.
Right. Yeah, definitely get some Teddy gear. Just follow us right now on Teddy Gear. We are, we're just going to be doing some marketing. Our Telegram right now, we're keeping everything in the PRC Pantheon, just because it's my time is limited. I don't have time to manage multiple groups. So hop in the PRC Pantheon Telegram chat. We might, I don't know. We'll see. We might need to change it to the Teddy Gear chat. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, just and retweet, tell your friends about it. I would say that's it. That's the best way to promote it. Make memes if you want to make some memes. When you buy the shirts, actually doing unboxing actually would be super cool. Yeah. Those types of things. Take pictures and stuff with it. And that was another thing I wanted with this. I wanted these clothes to be something that you actually could feel comfortable presenting yourself in front of people with money with, right? So some of the stuff like the polos, let me just get a polo.
Okay. Yeah, I wanted to see one of those. I just forgot to ask.
So it's not necessarily like a suit, but you could totally throw a jacket over this.
Yeah.
You could, I mean, you could just wear this with some slacks. I mean, that's what I did for my for a family function that was like at a church. We took family pictures. It worked great. And so that's another thing, is it's also like a talking point for you to talk about pulse chain, right? So that's how we help is wear this out and use it as a way to talk to people about all the cool stuff that we have going on here.
Yeah.
So
That's actually great. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's so good. That's so clever. Yeah. I like that. Huh. When is the launch date?
There you go.
Yeah, good question. Yeah, so I'm trying to figure that out still. I want to do it as soon as possible, but the issue is right now the boxes. The boxes are taking a little bit of time. So we'll probably launch, I'm hoping mid-October at the latest, October 15th. It'll be between October 1st and October 15th. And even still with that, it'll probably be, we'll have the items. Basically, I'm going to wait until we get the shirts. Once I have the items in inventory, we'll launch. It might take a little while before we can ship until we get the boxes, but that's basically what I want to wait for. Everything's quality controlled, good to go there, and we have everything. So that way,
have you gifted any influencers like B-Roots or any of those guys so they can wear it and start to create the, you know, like when in fashion, when people launch a bag, what they do is they start gifting it to people first, so you can't get it. You know, you can't have it, you can't get it, and you create that desire. And then when it launches, they're like dying for it. So you create the awareness and the desire for it beforehand.
That's a good question. Yeah, we definitely should. I should get some special, probably like influencer items or something, so it doesn't clash with the NFTs, right? Or something, because I do want those NFTs to be special and scarce, and people know those are the only things for them. So yeah, like I definitely should, and I have some items that I can mail out, but I do need to be like careful that it's like unique, right? It's kind of something. So y'all might have your own individual influencer teddy bear shirt coming up here soon, maybe a red one or something.
Yeah, right on.
No, that's awesome. I mean, like Crypto Coffee, you know, we've got some big guy, like big people in our, you know,
we're working on
you know, like Coach would wear one, you know, like there's people who support and who would wear it. So
yeah,
I'd wear one.
I'll get some.
I'd wear one on stream.
Okay.
And then baseball caps are huge in this space. Do you have baseball caps?
We're doing that. That's what I'm sourcing right now. So I'm in the process of getting those. I think I'm going to do those like PVC hats. It's either that or going to be like the corduroy hats, maybe a little bit of both. But have you seen the PVC hats? Mm-hmm. They're just athletic wear. So I have an athletic wear hat that I'm going to do, and then like a corduroy, just like a casual kind of hat that we're going to be launching. Yeah. But yeah, baseball hats. So
yeah, that could be good, really good.
Cool. I'm often times looking for a good hat because I wear
it. Yeah, exactly. So same here. And so yeah, I think the hats are gonna have the bear on it. It's gonna look all cool.
Yeah,
that'll be perfect.
Yeah, and the cool thing with the hats is I'm even like picking the stitching and stuff that I want on it. So we're gonna get fun. We're gonna have some fun with the colors there.
Nice. Okay.
One of the things I was going to say, going back to the conversation about teddy bears and our association with them, why everybody likes teddy bears is, you know, many children were raised with a teddy bear, and it was kind of you slept with it, you might have carried it everywhere, and you loved it. You know, oftentimes we did. And then when we think of teddy bears, obviously it's a nice image, it's an attractive image, but oftentimes we associate it with children who are, you know, that can have a sense of innocence, you know, and youthfulness. And so I think that's where a lot of that positive association to the teddy bear is. And I think it's just excellent logo.
Thank you. Hey, shout out to Newtu. He helped out with a lot of that. So
who was that?
YouTube. Yeah, exactly. Oh, that's funny. I think 1 second here. I
heard him on when you talked about him on the stream the other day.
Yeah, Newtu's been an awesome designer. If anybody in the pulse chain community needs just like some design help with stuff, Newtu's great. He helped with a lot of the pTGC stuff, the dye logos. He did this. I mean, he's awesome. So shout out to Newtu.
So Huddle, What excites you the most about this product line?
Well, to be honest, I just, doing something unique, right? And being able to kind of be on just doing something unique, right? That hasn't been done. Obviously it has been done, but we're taking our own spin. We're doing some unique ways. That's just my thing. I always like to do that. I always kind of, I listen to the crowd, I go with the crowd, but I always have my own unique spin on things. So I'm just excited for that. Like I'd have to say, it's just, that would be the number one thing. And then of course, I think for me, just, being able to go around and travel and find clothes and go to conferences, and then, add a new layer of, challenges and objectives into my life. I'm just really excited for that. So.
Cool. You enjoy blazing a trail, being that first guy.
Yeah, I guess you could say that. That's I do like that, and a lot of times I end up and I'm like far away from the path and nobody's following, but sometimes it works out, kind of like it did with pTGC. So hopefully this is something that works out, but we'll see. I got a lot of work to do to get there, and it's definitely going to be a process.
Cool. Well, I'm excited to have one of the shirts because I like polo shirt. I like to kind of dress for success, if you will. And when I get my hands on one, and honestly, I'd like to have an NFT with it also. Kind of depends on how that all works out. You know what I mean? I mean, I want to participate in the burning of teddy bear, and I will wear. This is what I think. I'll wear a polo shirt whenever I stream.
Oh, perfect. Yeah, I love that.
I mean, why not?
Yeah. Hey, and that's the thing. That's going to be an interesting thing to see how it plays out with, people used to buy multiple NFTs, right? Just because they wanted one to hold or whatever. I mean, now we're adding an IRL aspect to that. And so, I mean, people could buy the NFT with no intention to buy the clothes, just literally to flip it. So we'll see. That's going to be an interesting dynamic. So we'll see how that all goes.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
Stylist? Do you have any
I think
comments?
I think that it's a wait and see thing, but the advice that I can give you is just create as much desire as you possibly can. Try to get people to pre-reserve them and sell them out. That whole mentality, if you can't get it, and that FOMO, is the same thing in clothing. And if you do that, then you can really build something with the brand and they can go viral. So it's the same principle as crypto. So
Right. Awesome.
the
Yeah.
product looks nice. It looks really, really nice. So I think that, you have a real shot at making something out of this. So I wish you all the best. And I'm always here as a resource.
Well, thank you. I certainly appreciate that. And I might need some help with some women's clothes here in the future. So we'll get you in on that.
Okay. Wonderful. Thank you.
Yeah, you too.
Where can people go to keep up on the Teddy Gear, you and the Teddy Gear product?
Yeah, so with me, it's just Hodlnomics and then the Teddy Gear HQ on Twitter. Those are the two best places right now. We're posting everything there. The website will be up here soon, hopefully. But that's we're still connecting it and making sure it all looks good and everything. And the website will be teddygear.com.
Perfect.
So that's an easy one.
When that site is ready, get it over to us. I'll throw
Okay.
a stylus in there, and then we'll tweet it out for you.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, we'll let you know.
Well, we're coming. Well, we have 7 minutes till the top of the hour.
Okay.
I mean, till we've been on for 1 hour. Do you guys want to rotate to some crypto conversation?
Sure. Yeah, I got 7 minutes. We can go.
Okay. You got any burning questions, stylist?
Hodlnomics, how are you feeling about pTGC?
Feeling good about pTGC right now, actually, man. I mean, I'm just so thankful for guys like 9 Iron Capital and U2 and everything who just kept the pedal to the metal, right? Like I started it with the Twitter. People think I started it, but I didn't start it. I was just like in the middle and I had a fire tweet, right? Like, and then I really went to war with peeps for 3 months. And then, afterwards I was burnt out. I was like, I can't do this like y'all can anymore. But like 9iron and you two, and you got new people like Decentralize Me who have just kept doing really good, hard, like putting effort into it, like real effort. Lots of time. Coach, lots of time. Just shout out to Coach, by the way. Been there like literally since day one. I know y'all like Coach. Like, I'm just so thankful for them, to be honest, at the end of the day, because there's no way we'd be here without those guys. I mean, they have just laid the foundation for all of us to like build on, essentially. So, I mean, anything like, shout out to those guys for real.
And Crypto Jack 3 wants to know, does Holonomics hold any pTGC or alien?
Oh man, I'll be 100% honest. I don't. I'm so sorry, guys. And I got a million reasons why, but the reason is just because when they launched pTGC, that was like maybe a couple of weeks after all of the Atropa launches and everything, and that was right when I was like, I'm tapped out, like I'm done. When I told you I was burnt out, I was like, I'm done. And then when it dipped and I should have bought back in, I was focused on like my Solana BS and everything, and so I just like completely faded. It's not that I didn't want to or I didn't like it. It was just like my mental capacity at the times I should have bought it. Like I wasn't. And then when I'm looking, I'm like, okay, I'll get this on another dip. That's what I always say. I'm gonna buy the dip. So, but I do like it. So
for people who missed out or feel like I still don't think it's late for people who feel like they missed out on pTGC, UFO is still a super small market cap. I think it's.
I do like UFO too. I do like UFO, and I love the guys behind it too. I love the guys behind it too. I've been like dealing with all of them. For those who don't know, I've been dealing with them in like close quarters for longer than those tokens have been around, and they're great. They work hard. They're on it. They market well. I've done similar things, and like tip of the hat to them. Like they, I tried to start tokens. I'm like not good at it. They're really good at it. So. Good squad for sure. But yeah, I should get some UFO for sure.
You should.
You did start a clothing line, and that's very difficult to do. So congratulations. Yeah. Look forward to the launch.
Appreciate it. Yeah, thank you. Appreciate it. Yeah, that's kind of been my thing lately. Ever since the Solana, I got PTSD from that. I'm like, oh, I'm just gonna build stuff, and that's kind of how I'm gonna do it. But there are some peeps that you got to support, right? Like it's like family at this point almost. So it's on me. But I root for you guys, and I try to pump you guys up.
Thanks, Otto.
Thank you.
Do you guys like my spinning logo that I put on the screen?
Oh yeah, that's sweet.
That's the first time we've done this. Tricky got that over to me last night, and I'm going to be using that on streams.
Yeah, that looks good.
Yeah, thanks. So, yeah, anything else, guys?
That's it. Just go teddy bear. Teddy bear's going to go nuts. That's
teddy bear. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm thinking billions of market cap or bust. So let's go.
Yeah,
I'm super bullish on it.
I'm repurposing a video that B Roots did back in April, where he plugs pTGC big time. He says, I don't think it's going to do better than Teddy Bear. He says he thinks Teddy Bear will do better than pTGC. Fair. It's a meme coin. I mean, come on.
Right.
But I won't put him on the spot on Spaces because he jumps into our Spaces. But I would like to get an update on his opinion.
Yeah, I mean, pTGC seems to be doing good, and it's a good meme too. Like right now, aliens is a good meme. Like that's very relevant to everything that's going on. You wouldn't think so, but it kind of is. So I think it's got meme and utility, and the utility is really good. So it's gonna do good. We'll see how it goes. We'll see.
Yep, it's exciting. Perhaps once your website launches and you've got some traction, some momentum, we'll have you on again. You can kind of show us the nuts and bolts, how this thing works.
We'll do a walkthrough. Once you see it, you're going to be like, oh, wow, this is like way easy. I can't believe they made it this easy. Like when they showed me, I was like, it's this easy? Like y'all actually did it? And they're like, yeah, like I don't know why nobody else has ever done this. I'm like, all right, let's go. So excited for when I can finally show y'all that.
Right on. Anything
Cool.
else, guys?
So wait, Romario Escobar is asking what's the website for teddy bears. So for the gear is teddygear.com, right?
With a G, yeah. Teddy Gear. And then Teddy Bear, teddybearprc20.com, I think is what it is. It's Teddy Bear PRC 20 is the Twitter, and if you just go to that website, I think that's more of the official page.
Okay.
That's so interesting. Teddy Bear, Teddy Gear. You just switch out the B for a G.
Okay.
Cool. Well, excited to get it going. If anybody has any questions, hop in the PRC Pantheon Telegram. It's linked on the Teddy Gear HQ Twitter page. Ask me on Twitter, wherever, ask us on Twitter. So ready to get it going. Thank you guys so much.
All right. Thank you for being here. And thank you, Steph, also.
Yeah, thank you all so much. Peace and love, everybody.
Bye.
Have a good weekend. Adios.
Bye.